Frogs, nigga. Frogs, nigga.
One other thing I just wanted to talk about was just, you are a very good analysis when it comes down to artists, people who, been in the game, and you a student in the game. I wanted to ask you about this battle, man. It's epic as well. The rematch between Arsonal and Hollow in the small room and Smack Volume 2, I believe. So, yeah. What's your thoughts on just those guys going at it and just the history behind it and where they're at now in the game? Arsonal coming back from a short retirement.
Huge. I'm not trying to slight the battlers, URL. Much respect to that battle. I will pay for that pay-per-view, tune in live, support that battle. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we know how big it is and how great of a matchup it is because you go back to maybe November, we was in talks for the battle as well.
Wow.
That's
news. That's crazy.
We talks for it as well. And actually, it didn't come down to numbers. At the time, one artist said yes, and one artist was like, they had some logical reasons why they didn't want to do it right then and there. Okay. It made sense. It wasn't no, trust me, the shit that we spoke about, it made total sense. But timing is everything, and that is a huge battle. And to see it, locked in and coming up on URL, that's the best platform for it to be on, probably. I have no problem with no ego saying that. For example, we was at one point also in talks for Disaster and Hollow. I made this public before. This is when Disaster offered us a free battle. Just offered the love. You know what I mean? Like, Disaster has had respect for us ever since the Math and Diz battle when, we kind of lifted Math's contract so that they could make the battle happen. Diz has respected us ever since then because he felt like, the battle probably wouldn't have even happened. I'm not talking about all the fight and everything. I'm just talking about the battle even getting booked and people earning the checks and all that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, ever since then, we was cool with Diz and we even spoke about that battle. But then I was in the building when Disaster and Hollow went down on King of the Dot for one round. When the battle was over, I walked up to Diz and I told him, I said, that battle just happened where it was supposed to happen. The way that it was announced, with the secret entry and the red flashing lights and the music hitting like that, and because 95% of the people in the building, maybe more, didn't know that was about to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it turned out to be a crazy one-rounder. You know what I'm saying? I had no problem telling Disaster to his face, like, that battle just happened where it was supposed to happen. So maybe Hollow and Arsonal is about to be the same shit. Like, yeah, we was in talks with it in, like, November or some shit like that, bouncing back and forth between Arsonal and Hollow real quick. But to see it now on Smack Volume 2, it might happen again. Like, yep, that's what it should have happened anyway. Like, can't have everything. Don't need to have everything. We just a humble, small, very great entertainment doing our little thing over here. That's it.
Nah, I mean, now, just as a, fan of the sport, man, who you got at this battle? How you see this going down? Small room, but, basically, like, and then these guys are at the top level of their games. Like, how do you see this going down? In a room full of battlers and things like that?
The crazy thing is, if you would have asked me before Arsonal retired who's going to win this battle, I would have told you Hollow. I think Hollow, you could argue him the best battle rapper in the game right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think you could almost argue Hollow as the best battle rapper in the game a little bit easier than you could argue Arsonal as being the best battle rapper in the game right now. If you would ask me this before Arsonal retired, I would have said Hollow. But I think Arsonal was very, very doubted with a Mount Rushmore, one of the best guys to ever do it, versus Loaded Lux. And I have Arsonal beating Loaded Lux. If you can clearly beat Loaded Lux, that's what I saw on the stream. I only watched the battle once. But I saw Arsonal beat Loaded Lux clearly on the stream. All right? So it's very hard to doubt Arsonal when he has a battle of that magnitude. You know, I've seen him show up for smaller matchups as well. Crazy, you know. He's got some good stuff on. Look at him versus QB. He had a sick performance versus QB. Mm-hmm. You know, that's nowhere near the level of a Loaded Lux opponent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, the way he showed up versus Loaded Lux, you know, I think if anybody really doesn't forget about yesterday, then you realize, like, nah, give that man way more credit than you might be. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be an interesting match. I mean, I think Arsenal might have the one up on them heading into it, too, from the first one.
I was about to ask you that. Because of it being a small room, do you think Arsenal has the advantage?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't give Arsenal the advantage because it's a small room. And that's because I feel like Hollow's style is way more left field ain't the word. It's more unorthodox.
Yeah.
The more unorthodox you are, the easier it's going to be to catch your creativity and your style with the less reaction in the smaller crowd and the small room. So that wild shit and that off the wall and switching the pace and tone and angles and how he drops and gets into funny shit and into serious shit and aggressive shit and then creative shit in and out of all those different shit styles that Hollow does, it might be appreciated that much more in a small room. It might be. It might be. I feel like Hollow was less appreciated in the environment versus Rock.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, his style was a little less appreciated. You know, like the whole taking his hat off and throwing in the crowd and everything. Because it's a big crowd, you know, motherfuckers would be heckling, throw the hat back and all type, throws you off and all. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with all that. Like, the creativity sometimes takes a hit in a bigger crowd. Whereas Arsenal might be straight. So I wouldn't give Arsenal an edge just because it's a small room. If anything, you might give a small room edge to Hollow because that creativity might be able to get picked up on easier. So I think it's an interesting battle. I always believe in that battle. Always. So shout out to Arsenal and Hollow finally making it happen.
Word.
And shout out to URL for putting it together.
Definitely, man. And ARP, I want to end this like this by saying I got a chance to speak to Poison Pen at one of the events I was at. I can believe Opulence and everything like that event. And, you know, he was just, you know, like, yo, ARP don't get enough respect, or I mean not respect, but doesn't get enough credit that he deserves. That's the word I want to use, credit for, because he's saying like you have created a lane and also have kept like the integrity of these intense battles. You know what I'm saying? Him speaking, he was just saying him being in the game for so long, he really respects what you've been doing.
ARP is throwing the most ridiculous event. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, you know, shout out to RBE, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I remember when RBE started throwing events. If you follow what they was doing at first, I was doing all the. You see the old RBE videos, the G-Tech videos. That was the venue I was using. It was the same kind of battles, the same kind of feel that I was getting. But I stepped back. You feel me? And he what? The whole team, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Staten Island don't get enough credit, you feel me? As we in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, because I'm a Bed-Stuy nigga, but Staten Island don't get enough credit. You know what I mean?
And, you know, I just want you, you know, just to speak on that and also what you have next coming after this, Lift His Soul, because I know this is just the beginning, 2018, we just getting it popping.
Yeah, and huge respect and shout out to Poison Pen, man. Like, I didn't even hear that, man. And that's humbling coming from him because you understand his legacy, his caliber. And if you don't, it's possibly because there's so much behind the scenes shit that Penn is involved with that just isn't publicized or promoted. You know what I'm saying? Like, Penn is a battle rap, or he's pioneered things in battle rap. Day one, like, his status in battle rap is not to be questioned. You know what I'm saying? So that coming from somebody of his caliber is humbling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that type of cosign is like, all right, appreciate, like that's really where you can't deny. You know, if that's what we do, then it becomes undeniable when people like that say it. You know what I'm saying? So really, really appreciate it.
And Tony Bro said you the best matchmaker in battle rap. That, you know, he's on a live right now. He just had to let us know that.
Shout out to Tony Bill for that too. Appreciate you, Tony. See you Saturday if you make it out. I think some of that also comes from why we started the blood, sweat, and tear philosophy. It was always about the quality. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of things that go into, you know, the matchmaking more than going for quality or views or status. You know what I'm saying? But to a degree, league owners they're promoters, they're owners, they're A&Rs, they're talent scouts. These are all things that make up a good league owner. You know what I mean? Anybody can pick up 2 battlers, give them a check, and have them come to their platform and rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, sooner or later, though, you'll get to a point where you will see the personality in the league if you are a standout league. You know what I mean? URL has a personality. You know what I'm saying? You think smack, you think big, you think maybe even braggadocious at times. You know what I mean? Like, there's a personality when you say URL. There's a personality when you say King of God. You know, there's a personality when you say bullpen. There's a personality when you say some of these leagues. I mean, Very Good Entertainment has a personality. You could put a URL card, a King of Dot card, a RBE card, bullpen card, or whatever. You could put some of these cards on the table, take off the name of who's doing them, use some of the same battlers and just rearrange them, and you might be able to pick out who put what card together. You might say, oh, that one is the URL card. That one right there, that's the Rare Breed card. Mm-hmm. That's when your personality shows through.
You didn't earn that.
That's what I mean when it traces back sometimes to the partners and the owners being promoters, owners, business-minded, A&Rs, talent scouts. You know what I'm saying? Some of that is also why we don't warm people up to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say B-Dot. URL has a process where they want B-Dot on for PG.
Yep.
That's what worked for them. That's how they go about their business, their scouting, their talent delivery. You know what I mean? I saw B-Dot versus Danny Myers, and I said B-Dot is ready for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Craig Lamar. I saw Craig Lamar versus Chef Trez, and I said Craig Lamar is ready for JC. And he proved it. He proved that my eyes and ears was right. You see what I'm saying? So, and we're not always right. You know, we have bad battles like anybody else. You know, not everything lives up to the hype, but the matchmaking, some of it comes from our personality, and you know those skills of management and A&Ring and talent scouting and all that type of stuff. And then we humbly just package it all together and present it out under the Rare Breed umbrella, and fans fuck with it. You know, a lot of times they fuck with it. Some things they don't fuck with from RDE because we're not perfect. You know what I mean? But with the fan support, we've just been growing and growing and growing, and we stayed true to the way that we've always been. And you haven't seen us like, oh, they mad different now. They totally went from, you know, black to white, night to day. Nah, we still look the same. We still have the same vibe. We still have the same feel. That's us. So shout out to everybody that fucks with us like that. And once again, back to Penn, big salute, shout out to Penn. You know, we appreciate, you know, those type of accolades. You know, we work hard for it. We put on consistently for we're pushing towards our 5th year now. No breaks, you know, not taking off as a league and, you know, falling back for 6 months or a year, nothing like that. And, you know, taking our wins, taking our losses, you know, bringing our innovation into the game, bringing things that have changed the game, bringing things that have never been done before.
Yo, that 5-on-5 joint is still one of my favorite joints. I need another one, ARV. You know what I'm saying? Hold it down.
Hard, man. They're hard to do. They're hard. That's the hardest.
That was hard, bro. I love that. Like, that was like, to me, I really like that because the energy in the building, dudes voting right then and there, people feeling that loss. That shit is like, I love that aspect about battle rap for me.
That's one of our funnest cards. It's hard to get a good quality card in teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's easy to do it if you do it region to region or state to state.
Okay.
Like if we turn around and say New York versus Philly, that's easy to do.
Okay.
If we say East Coast versus West Coast, that's easy to do.
Okay. Well, we need something.
Grab the West Coast guys and grab the East Coast guys. But when you bring it all the way down to the team, like when you say Writer's Block, or when you say Team Hami, or when you say the Goonies or NWX, it's harder. Or FTW is harder when you get down to that level.
You know, we just fans, ARP. You know, we fans. We just want it. You know what I mean? You know how. You did it. Yeah, you did it already.
Giving us that type of guarantee. Then, all right, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all know my fucking PayPal, and y'all can buy a bunch. Y'all can buy 300, 400, 500 pre-sold tickets without knowing the card. And you know what? I bet we'll put together a starting five for you. Anything, right?
Yo.
Fuck out of here. Y'all niggas ain't copping up just like that. Y'all want the quality just like we do. You know what I mean? That's why I say it's hard.
Nah, real talk.
Serve a dime in my flow. It's all bricks, nigga. When I'm cooking, it's all wrist, nigga. Go see Poppy get all fish, nigga. We whipping water. Chop bricks down to quarters. Phone ringing, what's your order, nigga? Phone ringing, what's your order, nigga? Phone ringing and what's your order, nigga? Phone ringing and what's your order? Phone ringing and what's your order? Hey, yo, my street operation serve the fiend population. Chopper do amputation if ever I see my cake thing. Niggas, they love to spray things. Mothers, they say, hey.